Hello, friendos, and welcome back to Uncle Robert Plays Enderal Forgotten Stories. Just want to apologize for taking so long to get this episode out. The quality of the first episode was pretty not so good. I also I recorded a whole bunch of footage for future episodes, reviewed it. It was also not so good. So what I did was I started over, but I'm not going to redo the first episode. I'm just going to pick up where we left off. So I just wanted you guys to know that because Shar is going to look a little different than she did the last time you saw her. So let's go. Alright, and we are back. I mostly did the exact same things as I did before, except I actually explored the opposite side of the river this time. And you'll also notice that, Shar's hair is shorter because the long hair was clipping through her clothing in a way that was really annoying me. And why is this random bone just sort of rolling around? Was that you, cow creature? Was that you, little cow creature? Does that grass have bones? Little cow goat thing? I don't know what those are called, but I'm sure I'll figure out eventually. Hello! Alright. Okay, let's... Yes, I want to search you. I want to see what you have. A bunch of stuff that I don't care about. Alright, so there's going to be a lot of expository dialogue in this episode. Like, see that guy there? As soon as we go up to him, he's going to start talking to us. And he will not stop. Trust me.
Now would you look at that? I knew I'd seen someone scrambling in the mountains. What brings you here, my dame?
The road. This is basically the only place I had to go. And it is also a pretty long story. Where am I here? Well, I guess, Enderalian is Shar's second language. And who are you?
Who am I? Finn Delires, apothecarius by my path. Pleased to meet you. And you are at Sun Coast, in the south of Enderal. Where are you from? But wait, don't tell me. I know that accent. Nerim, isn't it?
There we go. Everything's locked up. At least for the night we should. Wait a second. Who's that?
Just an adventurer on her way. No reason to worry.
No reason to worry? For heck's sake, Finn! How do you know that this girl isn't with the bandits? You said you'd call me if anyone showed up. And now you're standing here, having a chat with her as if we were in the bathing house of Ark.
Lo and behold, we are still alive. Now, is there anything else, Carbos?
I've got my eye on you. Touch any of our stuff, and you'll regret it. Unbelievable.
May I present Carbos, as he lives and breathes. Sorry about that just now. That's just how he is. In any case, if you don't need any more help, I'd suggest you move on. Follow the way east behind the dam house. It'll lead you to a village called Riverville. Here, take this. Truth be told, you don't look so healthy. Your eyes... well... Whatever.
What did he give me? Health potion. Okay. So we have quite a bit of things to say to him. Now I'm going to do these knowledge ones because you get experience from them, and they also reveal lore about the world. Tell me more about this region.
Well, what can I tell you? This is the Sun Coast, in the south of Enderal. A pretty peaceful area, except for all the animals and bandits that have recently started going crazy.
Tell me about it.
And, well... that's pretty much it. I think you should ask the people in Riverville if you want to know more. They certainly have some stories to tell.
I bet they do. Are there any places that might be of interest to an adventurer?
To an adventurer? If you ask me, what you need before you adventure anywhere is some good old-fashioned shut-eye.
I like the way you think.
Yes, there are some places. The Three River Watch, for example, right there below the stone arch. It was once an old trading post, but now it's full of shady characters. And there's also a big Pyrian ruin south of it.
There goes my torch. You said you were apothecarius by my path. What do you mean by my path?
By the Black Guardian. You really are an outlander, aren't you? My path is... well, it's just me path. My role designated to me by Malthus. A kind of calling, if you will.
A role designated by Malthus? You mean the gods assign your professions to you? Oh, that's a caste system gone amok.
Not exactly. Malthus designates our place in society. Generally the same one our fathers and forefathers occupied. I walk the path of the erudites. And there's also the manufacturers, the sublimes, and, of course, the pathless. Within these roles, we are free to choose a profession, but certain vocations that are available to an erudite are not permitted to a manufacturer, which is one path below. However, below does not mean that it is in any way inferior. Everyone on Enderal does what they do best. And who would know better than the gods what exactly that is?
Just an idea. Yourself?
Maybe. But if I look at other countries, even within the civilized world, it's hard to find a people as peaceful as ours.
Weren't the animals and bandits going insane? Let's see. So what about my eyes? What's your story? And then obviously I'm going to want to unload a lot of this loot that I found. But first I want to know what he said about my eyes.
There's something peculiar about you. I don't know how else to say it. I would examine you myself, but we don't have the right equipment with us. So if I were you, I'd ask a priest in Riverville to have a look at you.
Okay.
Who knows? Maybe you caught something in that temple.
Well, you know, there are a lot of archaeological digs and whatnot that have old diseases in them. Plus, you know, the ice caps melting are apparently releasing prehistoric versions of the flu. It's like the regular flu, but with bigger fangs and claws. And what's your deal?
Us? Oh, nothing spectacular, I'm afraid. We gather herbs, but tomorrow we're going back north, to League. You should stop by one day if you're in the area. Someone who scours Pyrian ruins and survives could surely be useful to the apothecary and help us find some things.
Alright, I will do that. And now, it's time for the barter.
Yeah, why not? Show me what you've got. Maybe I have some things you can use.
Okay, so I'm going to be doing a lot of buying and selling. So I'll probably just cut this out if it goes on too long. In fact, I'll probably just cut it out, period, because, I mean, let's be real here. You don't want to see that. Okay, so that's the buying. Okay, and that just should about do it. Thanks, buddy.
Don't mention it. I wish you a quick recovery and safe roads. Walk blessed. Carbos, do we need the still tomorrow? Or can I clean all the tools?
Blazes, Finn, I'm playing. Don't bother me.
I guess that means no.
Yep. Ooh, snap. Okay, I wasn't even near any blue crystals.
By the righteous path. What happened to you? You look as if you've met the Black Guardian himself.
Yes, I suddenly have this kind of fever. You have any idea what it could be?
Fever? Well, there could be many causes. Wait a moment. I think I still have some grunt root. That should be enough to ease your pain, at least for now. Take a seat at the fire. The warmth might help you.
Warmth for a fever?
Oh, so
Well,
now
you're
we're
the
doing
boss.
Potions for complete
Yeah, excuse me, I can't sit in this chair when you're
Well,
standing right in front of
If
it.
the strangers are about to fever, then yes. There was that oath we swore once, remember? To help the afflicted, to...
Whatever.
Thank you. Gruntroods, Gruntroods. Ah, here we go.
I mean, Carbos
So,
plays pretty
let's
well.
see. Sheer cap, some water. Ha! Done. I can't make any promises, but...
Finn, the still.
Explore. Do something, damn it! Do something! Oh, no! Oh, sod it!
Do I really have to watch every step you take? That was a fucking close call.
Hey, I'm sorry, alright. We'll pick up a new one in Ark.
Yeah, and you're paying for it. Here I thought this bloody day couldn't get any worse.
This day isn't getting any better. Here, drink this. It'll help you. See, you already look a lot better. Still, you should let a priest take a look at that fever as soon as possible. The grunt root potion will wane in a few days.
Thanks, but what just happened? Like the explosion of the bright light?
What? You mean the still? Bad quality and too much heat, I'd wager. But, whatever will be, will be.
No, I mean, like, not... Well... Are you guys bootleggers or something? The explosion, the voices, they were yours.
Explosion? I'm not sure I follow.
Oh, that'd be great, wouldn't it? Finn Dalleries. Died in 8234. Cause of death, exploding still.
Ha ha. Look, I really don't know what you're talking about. Maybe...
Wait a second. What was that? I could have sworn I saw something moving over there. Oh shit!
What the? Carbos!
They've hit me, Finn. Those bastards. They've hit me.
Deja vu. Whoa.
Carbos,
That was a dramatic death.
do something, damn it! Do...
That was also dramatic.
Look at that. Our mysterious survivor has awoken.
Where am I and who are you? Where'd you get that outfit? It's really cool looking.
Jaspar Matumiel Delveric. Jaspar for short. And you, my friend, are at my very own campsite. Before you ask, yes, the bandits killed both of the apothecary. The only reason you're still alive is that the impact of the explosion threw you right into the thicket. Most of your injuries are only superficial, but your fever, well, that's a different story.
How do you know about the apothecary? And what were you doing when they were attacked? Were you the guy who blew them up?
I was on the perimeter. And no, I didn't help, for two reasons. One, I was outnumbered. Two, I'm quite fond of my entrails. I wish I had a more heroic answer, but I don't. Sorry.
Well, at least you're honest. And how do you know about my fever?
Quite a lot, actually. You're suffering from Arcanist's fever. Honestly, I'm surprised the old apothecarius didn't see that. Let me guess, you're suddenly capable of doing things you previously knew only from the bard songs, right? You're unusually strong, you have reflexes like a cat, and drinking potions or any kind of magically infused substance leaves a bitter afterglow in your head.
Yes?
Well then, congratulations. Your magical talent just blossomed. A bit late, given your age, but it happens. Put simply, the fever is a result of your body not being able to cope with it. That's not much of a problem for now, but if you don't let an Arcanist treat you sometime soon, things are going to get grim.
Define grim. Will an Arcanist be able to cure this fever?
Contain it, not cure it. From here on out, you're always going to be a little more sensitive than someone without magical gifts. But that's tolerable compared to what your magic will allow you to do.
What do you mean by a little sensitive? I'm pretty thick-skinned.
Prone to certain conditions. As I said, your fever will get worse if you drink healing potions. But you'll also be a lot more susceptible to nightmares and those kinds of things. Also, you should be very cautious of areas with magical contamination, such as Thalgard in the east.
I have no idea what that place is. Okay, if I contain the fever but let it get worse, what are the consequences?
At first, diffuse headaches, general unease. Later on, your eyesight will blur, your limbs will grow weak, and you'll get a maddening itch all over your body. If you leave it untreated for too long, you'll either die or turn into an Orbaya.
Okay, so it can kill me, and what's an Orbaya? Excuse me, what's an Orbaya?
Yes, it can kill you. Everything has its price, as the wise hermit likes to say. And an Orbaya is basically a giant undead version of yourself with tumors and pus all over your body. Just never let the fever get too bad.
Okay, are there any other remedies?
Well, there's ambrosia, but for an uncontained fever, it'll only postpone the symptoms. Later, you can drink it whenever the fever gets worse. The stuff looks and tastes like undead sweat, and is bloody expensive, but it's the only thing that really helps.
Wait, how do you know what undead sweat tastes like? And what about these visions? Are they also caused by the fever? And why am I telling him this?
You have visions?
You know what? He was honest about being a filthy, dirty coward, so I will be honest about my visions.
Not that I know of. The only visions I've ever had are those that come along with a good pipe of peaceweed. You know what? As I said, someone needs to contain your fever as soon as possible. And as it happens, I know people. But in return, I want you to tell me everything. What did you do in that temple? And what's the story with those visions? I can't put my finger on it, but there's something strange about you, and that intrigues me. What do you say?
Yeah, why not? It's not like I got much of a choice. You have a big old knife, and all I have is a sword, a bow, and various spells that I could use to incinerate you.
Well, then, the stage is yours. I see. My condolences for your loss. So, let me summarize. You somehow survived getting thrown into the open sea, and while you were half dead, had this dream in which you saw burnt bodies and a blinding light?
Yeah, that sounds about right, but it's more like a memory. The temple I saw in it was the same as the one in the valley.
Huh. And you also said that your magic didn't develop gradually, as it usually does, but all at once, right?
Yeah, dude, all I did was just read these books, and I instantly knew how to cast spells right after I washed up on the shore. Yes, together with those visions.
Well, that's quite the story. I guess you know how absurd it sounds, but for some reason, I believe you. I've met a lot of liars in my life, and you aren't one of them.
How do you know?
All right, it's settled then. I'll introduce you to my employer and ask him to treat you.
Sounds good to
Before
me.
we leave, however, there's something else I need to take care of, and I could use a hand. The sooner we get that done, the sooner we can make for Ark.
What's Ark? Oh, I know what that is. It's a big boat built by a dude with a beard named Noah, right?
Ark? The capital of this country? Walls high as towers of iron-hard stone rest alone in the mountains in granite enthroned. Never decaying, the ages surveying, guarded by Malthus, and blah, 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 and so on and so forth. You're going to see it soon.
Okay, and who is this employer of yours?
Well, aren't you curious? I work for the Holy Order.
Holy Order? You mean Enforcers of the Lightborn? I remember them from the opening cutscene.
Yeah, but they're more than just a military unit here. Enderal belongs to Malthus, the guardian god, and the Order answers directly to him. In other words, they're calling the shots here. No king, no queen, no council. Just an order of noble warriors, always looking so stern and joyless that you might think they're struggling with constipation.
Oh, sorry, I just had to hold in a sneeze there. Great, a theocracy. My favorite kind of government. I think I will help this guy. 1, I don't want to go this on my own. 2, I doubt the game will let me. And 3, I have no idea where I am, what I'm doing, or how to get into this place. So I'll help you.
Splendid. You'll need some information before you can help me, though. I take it the fact that Vin has seen better times hasn't eluded your attention, has it? For the last 2 years, there have been wars and unrest everywhere. And even though in Enderal there is officially peace, there are peculiar things happening here, too.
Tell me about it.
Docile animals and tears attacking wanderers in the open. The dead awakening in hordes. It's unsettling, to say the least.
That is a mild way of putting
The
it.
strangest thing, however, is the red madness.
Do you think this chaos could be in any way related to the rumors about the Lightborn's death? Interesting. Everyone in Nehrim talks about them.
Yeah, the rumors. I've heard them too. And I could indeed imagine that they're true, and that there's a connection, yes.
So you actually believe that someone did kill the gods, the Lightborn?
As I said, maybe. If you ask me, the Lightborn were never more than imposters anyway. False gods.
I see you too have watched the opening cutscene. And I thought the Enderalians were the most pious people in the civilized world. I mean, I didn't think that. Shar probably does.
Oh, I'm hardly representative. I've seen that a long life is only one of the things powerful magic can achieve. And the false deity theory isn't that new, after all, is it? Seriously, say the Lightborn really are as mighty as the revelations say they are. Wouldn't they have the power to call down lightning on me right here and right now, to punish me for my insolence? No. The Lightborn were immortal kings, and that's all. At least, that's how I see it. I hope I didn't hurt your feelings.
I'm just not going to stand too close to you just in case.
We're going to get along just fine. But we digress.
Yeah, you said something about a red madness.
Yeah. It's some kind of mental illness that makes people lose their mind. Just a couple of weeks ago, there was a smith in Ark who butchered his entire family. He was drunk, but that doesn't explain why he screamed things like "Fear the light" while he was doing it. Or a young woman of noble path who set her own house on fire while her family was asleep. Now, you might say that these kinds of things happen, but by now there have been more than a dozen incidents in a very short period of time. The fact that the afflicted's eyes glow red while they go rampant has made people call the disease the Red Madness. Thing is, some weeks ago it happened again, only this time it was a magister from the Holy Order itself.
A magister. Is that what I think it is?
A teacher who instructs the novices aspiring to become keepers.
Okay, it
His name
wasn't.
was Yarrow, a man with more than 60 winners on his back.
Well, what did he do?
Well, according to the sole survivor, he entered the teaching room that day as usual, but instead of giving his lecture on alchemy, He gave a strange kind of speech where he kept going on about how mankind is corrupted and that it has succumbed to the void. Then his eyes started glowing, he locked the door, and blew himself up in a magical explosion. Yes, it is.
Okay, so what's your deal? You're clearly not a religious type. You're too well dressed for that. So, how do you work for the Order?
I'm not one for vows and austerity, so no, I'm no keeper. My specialty is recovering lost things. Treasures, tomes, memories, and the like. And the Order hired me to do just that. They want to know how a man like Yarrow could fall victim to the Red Madness. And thus, if there's something like a pattern to this malady.
Okay, so you're after his motives, but how can I help you with that? I've never met this guy, and I probably never will because he's dead.
Doesn't matter. Yarrow grew up in a small village not far from here, and according to the Order, he visited it quite often after his partner died. What I want your help with is finding clues as to why he did what he did. What do you think?
Sure.
Great. First of all, I want you to travel to Riverville and talk to an old man named Alfred, a childhood friend of Yarrow's. Ask him what he makes of the incident, and whether he has any explanation for it. Secondly, a farm boy told me that he saw Yarrow throw something into the sea during his last visit there. The winds have been blowing inland the last couple of days, so go search the shoreline and see if it washed up. I myself will take a look at the house Yarrow grew up in. Ah, and here. This is a map of the region. Yarrow's house is at the blue dot. So, unless there's anything else, I'd say let's step to it. Just meet me at the farm when you're done.
Okay, and this talks about quests and their difficulties, because unlike Skyrim, Enderal is a D-leveled world, which means that the difficulty of various quests and challenges don't scale depending on how strong the character is. It also means that the loot doesn't either, so beating a tough enemy can actually be really worth it. Okay, so now we have some more quests along the main storyline. Before we do that, there's something else I gotta take care of. Now see this book here? Well, this is not it, but this is the Butcher of Ark. There's like a bunch of volumes. They talk about this guy who was like a murderous Batman. More like the Punisher. Yeah, he was like the Punisher. And these are his journal entries.
Never walked back.
Now, I don't think I'm gonna read these on camera. If you guys want me to, I will be happy to do so. Just let me know. All right. But picking up one of the books from volumes of the Butcher of Ark will start a quest. Which, actually, you know what? I will just take this. Where you basically have to find all of the volumes.
Ugh, blazes. Sorry. I know.
You can't
Let's
sing,
sing.
yeah, so why are you doing it? Anyway, we have some business to take care of before we continue. Let's see, I think I want that there, that there. Yes. Alright, now we're going to do something. Wait. We are going to go over here, because the camp that we were at, Finn and Carbos's camp, is just down the road here. The road lined with, you know, various flowers and mushrooms for the picking. Okay. Actually, no, I don't need to stealth yet. So what I'm going to do now, come down here. These are just some ruins, which you're also going to check out in this episode. And then, okay. Alright, what do we got here? Let's see if I can see him. Can you see him from here? Yeah, you can barely see him. My crosshair's on him now. That dude over there, that's one of the bandits that killed Carbos and Finn. And we are going to avenge their deaths. But first, I think I might want to take a shot at him with this. Alright. It's a little bit easier to see him in first person, so that's why I switched to that mode. Oh, I missed. Aha! There you go. Oh, he sees me, I think. Oh, he's an archer too. Okay, let me go back to... Whoop. that. Yeah, there we go. Take the shot, buddy. Aha, you missed. And I started crouching again. That's one of the disadvantages. Like, I'm using a controller now instead of keyboard and mouse, so you guys don't have to listen to my mouse clocking along and the click-clackety of the keys. Oh. Alright, well, goodbye.
Fucking piece of shit!
Famous last words. Alright, so we'll take all your stuff. Yeah, I'll just take everything. Sure, why not? Now the little... Oh, there's a wildberry there. Where was it? I know it was like right here. Well, I guess I'll never know now. Anyway, yeah, the little animal buddy is gone. That sucks. And then here we have the remains of Finn. Poor guy. Ooh, he had really nice arrows. Cool. And then over here is Carbos. Yeah, he was kind of lacking in the social graces, but that is no reason for him to be murdered by bandits. There's some other stuff around here as well. I'm just gonna... Oh, thistles are useful. What? Peaceweed. Oh, yeah, that's the stuff that... What's his nuts? Oh, that... We were just talking to him. Jespar was mentioning the Lucifer's lettuce of Enderal. Alright, so now that little bit of unpleasantness is behind us, now that our friends have been avenged, just gonna, there's some more stuff around here, like various gems and stuff that I'm just gonna grab, and then we're gonna go into that old damn lookout and clear that out as well. Okay, I'll switch to first person because this place is kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Cramped. I hear those noises upstairs. That is something very specific. Yep, I will do that. Well, they detected me. Come on, shoot him! Shoot him! Ah! This is one of the disadvantages of a controller. It's the lack of, ow, precision. Yeah, which really kind of sucks when you're trying not to get killed. Alright, so now that those guys are down, there is some loot to be had down here, I think. Yes, in this barrel, some more spare parts. Those are used for crafting and upgrading various items. I think that's it for down here. There is a, well, there's just a lot of random stuff here. I think I might be able to get some use of these, out of these. If not, I can just sell them. What's in there? What's in the bag? Ooh, a lot of herbs. Then we have this alchemy workbench here, which we can use to... Ooh, mushrooms. Which we can use to make potions. I'm probably going to do that off screen before I leave this place. Okay. Where's all this? Oh, iron ore. Lots of good stuff on here. Bellows, sure. Why not? Tongs, sure. Hammer, sure. Take all the tongs and hammers. Okay. Now if you go back up here... Sure. There should be a dead spider. Yeah, there was some oil on the floor, and the game expects you to set that on fire, which I think we must have. Or else we just shot something on the ceiling that burst into flames or hit the ground. Sure, I'll take all of this stuff. Give it to me all. Ooh, ambrosia recipe. Baldus root and vin root. Okay, that's good. That means we can make all of our own. I don't want the basket. That means we can make all of our own ambrosia in the future. Don't need more bellowses. What's this? Sure, I guess I'll take that. What's that? I guess there must be a, Okay, this is, a potion that's really only usable by werewolves. I'll take it anyway, because, I mean, why not? Alright, so you can use... Oh, there's a puddle of oil in the ground right there. So yeah, spider webs, you can wreck them with magic or weapons, so let's do that. I'll probably not use magic right now, due to the fact that... What? Angle iron? No thanks. Yeah, due to the fact that I don't want to set myself on fire. I say as I, blast it with fire magic. Alright, nothing in there. Nothing in either of those. And then there's this here, chain, which opens up a secret room with a magical symbol in it. So I got 2 magical thimbles already. Sure, I'll just take everything, why not? Go on, take everything like the song says. What's in here? Morning air potions, which I think restore stamina. Alright, so that's that for that. I'm just gonna... I just want to see how this works. Alright, so there's a bed here so I can sleep in there and recover my health. And I think I'm going to end the episode here. So in this episode, we listened to a lot of expository dialogue, got a little bit of action in. I just don't want to make things too long. So for now, thank you for watching. I am Uncle Robert. You guys are awesome. And stay tuned for the next episode of Enderal Forgotten Stories, where Shar Castic gets to work. See you around. Thanks.